Manganja has represented Zimbabwe at the national level. Dalen Morse, the number 9, has played Varsity Cup Sevens for Nelson Mandela University, and plenty of Southwestern Districts representatives in their ranks. Gideon Lamprecht, their number 12, has played in New Zealand for Mid-Canterbury in the mid-2010s, 2013 and 2015, and also played for Southwestern District's Sevens side. Shane Miller running the touch, fresh from refereeing the Varsity Cup final. The man in the middle is Marcelin Berry. He will be our referee today. Let's see who comes out on top. Can the Rhinos continue their good form this season, or can the 93-year-old Evergreens upset the odds? The green machine get us underway. Juggled and taken in under tremendous pressure. Good tackle from Manganja. The Rhinos look to get right back onto the front foot. JT Cronje on the carry. Slick hands from Stoffels. Fullback PJ Bezadenhout slips the first tackle and almost the second. You can see how confident they are, Rhinos. Clearing the rack at tremendous pace already. Dylan Snell, 7 years at SWD, gets it away. No look pass, finds his fly off Jade Stoffels. Goes down, gets up and goes again.
Yes, the boys, well done. No, leave it. Use it now.
Good start from the Rhinos after that juggle from the kickoff. Van der Merwe.
Use it now.
There's Snell who gets it away. Evergreens tightening up on defense as they approach the halfway line. Rala making the latest tackle. The pass away from Stoffels into the midfield. Fighting to keep their feet over the ball, but the penalty goes the way of the Northam Rhinos. The tap and go, straight down the centre from Snell. Gets it away to Bezadenhout. Bezadenhout asks the question. He gets around Morse. Can't go all the way. The offload is knocked on. An enterprising start for the Rhinos of the North.
Wow, that's what it's all about. The control on the ball was so good right up until the last minute by the Northern Rhinos. Bezadenhout goes down, gets back onto his feet. That pass goes to hand. It's a try. The build-up for this was so good and well executed by the side from Northern.
Everyone in?
The quick tap by Mitchell van der Merwe was a real good workup. Physicality from both these teams. Malcolm Joseph, Carlson, Treenig for the Evergreens against Nkani, Makafu and Rulofsat.
Set in now.
Early engage from the Northern Rhinos.
So Evergreens running it from their own try line. Andre Yankees finds a cold shoulder waiting for him. They change their tactics. The kick clear comes from Legan Morse. Good distance on it. Rhinos allow it to bounce, and in it goes to touch. Not a bad result for the Evergreens.
Yeah, top kick, good exit there by the Evergreens.
Let's go. Let's go.
Kwesi Mkafu, the man throwing the ball in for the Northern Rhinos. Well taken by Shani Willemsut.
Untidy ball hacked through by Norkia.
No hands!
Lucky break for the Rhinos, but can they hold on here? The green machine fighting for the ball, and they turned over possession.
No hands, Blue.
From their try line to the halfway and further downfield potentially.
Yeah, good work here for the Evergreens. Want to use that wind that's at their back, get downtown, get into the half of the Rhinos. He's never fully supporting his own body weight. Coming in, slowing the ball down.
Go.
Early attacking opportunity for Evergreens. Kurtley Carlson to feed the lineout. Taken in by Manganja. The Zim International. The Evergreens set the rolling ball. Good start. Can they retain the momentum? Nchanda dragging them in with that massive frame. In over the ball, the Rhinos. What a turnover that is.
Away now.
The captain, Sinead Willemse, rescuing the situation for the Rhinos, and the clearing kick comes from Jade Stoffels.
No.
Brilliant work on the ground by the Rhinos,
En nou influence gaat hij dit aangelegd.
allowing them to exit
Nou influence.
that position, but the line-out will still take place on the 22 for the
What's your numbers?
Evergreens.
Let's go. Let's go, Green.
Get chased on by referee Marcelin Berry. Kurtley Carlson.
Carlson feeds.
Maar staat voor de receiver. Snel receiver.
Well, that has not gone the way that the multi-shore Evergreens would have liked. Dylan Snell with the tap and go. Rhinos looking to get back onto the front foot, but the error comes right away, and they are frustrating themselves at this point.
Knock on.
That's a small little lock on here. They're trying to play same side. They're trying to get build up a little bit of momentum. Good turn, speed of recycle
I'll engage you guys, eh?
to deliver that ball to their
Keep going.
captain, Sinead Willemse. Just unable to take it.
Everyone in.
It's good field position now
Everyone in.
for
Let's
this
go, guys.
multi-shore Evergreens team.
Crouch. Point. Steady. Sit. Steady now, guys. Steady now. Steady now, guys.
Went down twice, penalized the second time. Simba Mkani.
Now the knee hit the ground from big Simba Mkani.
Keep it up.
High fives amongst the Evergreens. The pressure comes, elbow goes down. There was a knee before. Gives opportunity for the opening score to the green machine.
The dark arts of front row play, executed by Malcolm Joseph, loose head prop for the Evergreens, 130 kgs, their loose head, 149 kgs, their tight head prop. Lining up the conversion is Legan Morse. Morse raising the flags, opening the scoring here in match number 2 at the Saldanha Super 8 Easter Rugby Tournament. The Green Machine take the lead.
Now their captain Anton Smith to be very happy with that start. They've been put on a little bit of pressure here and there by the Rhinos. They've been able to respond well.
No room for error at this tournament as Jade Stoffels gets the Rhinos back underway. They are the champions of the Castle Lager SA Super League up north. So there'll be confidence coming into this season and coming into this tournament unbeaten. The
Use it
Evergreens
now.
know they have a job on their hands. Carlson
Hou
takes it to
groen,
ground.
back.
Sending it long is Morse. Taken in and running confidently is Attilo. Attilo! That tackle had to be made, and it was very well done by Dalen Morse.
No more, guys.
Number 9 for the Green Machine. Snell gets it away. Fundamanova, the first receiver, back inside. Fundamanova brought down. Evergreens just about making their first time tackles, and they've stolen it away again. Look at the motivation of the team in green.
Now we just see signs of this Northern Rhinos team trying to build some momentum, trying to get some go forward, trying to get some
There you go.
continuity.
Number
Lovely
15.
little offload by Besaitanote, but the work on the ground from the Evergreens is just disrupting that. Brilliant here. Goes down to ground, comes in, straight in on the ball and wins the penalty for his team. That's courageous work by Keelan Erasmus.
Okay, let's go.
Another line-out opportunity for Evergreens. Kurtley Carlson
Okay. Knee on the ground, ne? Early in engage, okay? Let's go.
Strong conversation from the captain of the Rhinos, Sinead Willemse. Carlser fires a 2-ball this time, taken in by Mangenja again. Straight at them comes Dalen Morse. Carlser gets it free. Here's the big boy, Julian Trianacht. Hard to bring down.
Use it now.
In between the 10-meter and the 22 of their opposition, they fire away to Anton Smit, the captain.
Use it, 9.
Sets the contact point, cleared by Morse. Aggressive defensive line led by Jade Stoffels. Penalty Rhinos. Tap and go comes from Kani. Rather, Mkafu calling for the penalty, and a penalty he gets for not being back to 10 meters.
Now just chatting to head coach Bevan Fortoni. He speaks very highly of this man, Kwesi Mkafu. So he's played in all 20 of the games last year and played for 80 minutes in all 20 of those games, being one of his real workers in that pack for this Northern Rhinos side.
It's no mean feat at 36 years of age. Kwesi Mkafu.
Yeah, he's the man here, just takes the quick tap. Runs into the captain, Anton Smit, for the Evergreens, and wins his team an extra 5 or 10 meters. 10 meters.
Now he prepares to feed the line out. Mkafu. He finds Frederick Base. Very disjointed rolling ball from the Northern Rhinos. And they've seen the ball stolen from them again. In over the ball, Attilo, he can't take it away. Dalen Morse having to improvise, and hasn't he done well? Giant Mchanda gets that pass away. Brilliant hands from Joseph. Morse, Evergreens constantly under pressure, but they find a gap now. Busting the line wide open is Morse, this time Legan Morse. And the interplay eventually breaking down, but a penalty to the Green Machine. And another chance for points.
Oh, you've just got to love the spirit in this Evergreen team. You think the Rhinos are just about to again get their game going. They steal the ball at drive, they steal it, they turn it over. A couple beautiful passes from the Evergreens gets them field position, and now they've got a penalty, an opportunity for Legan Morse to stretch that lead by a further 3.
Hails from George to make 3.6. Morse struck it clean and true. Another 3 points on the board for the Green Machine. Evergreens lead 6-0.
That's what this tournament's all about. You've got to accumulate the points, just stack them up, When they're on offer, take them. Good strategy being employed by this multi-shore Evergreens team.
So another restart from Jade Stoffels. The Rhinos leaking points early on, making mistakes, but this time they've made another. Knock on. Evergreens clear their lines. An effective kick, waiting back there for it again is Attilo. He doesn't mind to counter-attack the flanker, and he's going to run it back at them again. Once more, it's Dalen Morse marshalling the big man and bringing him down. Snell gets it away. Under pressure, Jake Stoffels has done exceedingly well. Bang! That's a big tackle on the outside.
No more hands.
Bringing down Apelele Bangani. Snell clearing quickly each and every time for the Northern Rhinos. Mkafu was on the run there. Snell gets it away to his inside center, Van der Merwe. Bezuidenhout keeping ball in hand, keeping options alive. Bezuidenhout hard to bring down. Willemse does so. The inside ball finds Cronje. JT Cronje.
Oh, they've been threatening. They have been threatening. As this Northern Rhino side superb support play there by JT Cronje. But it's their fullback again. He injects himself into that back line. Cronje does the pass to Besaitanaut. He's going to get the pass back from Besaitanaut. Gets on the outside of the big heavies. Goes to ground, looks up. His open side flanker is right there. Good trailing run by JT Besaitanaut. That's it there. JT Cronje, sorry, the man to score. He'd be very happy with that. The man born in Tabazimbi, just around the corner from Northam. He's an electrician and he lit things up here on the pitch today. Lovely work by PJ Besaitanaut. And that's where you want your number 6 flanker.
Interesting tackle technique from Legan Morris as he desperately tried to stop
Very
that try.
clever, very clever. Could have easily ripped that ball out.
Let's go. It's the kicker.
Well, as much as it is a tournament about electrifying rugby, it is also a tournament of attrition, playing 3 matches within the space of 5 days.
5 days. Now it's tough on the body. So you got to make sure you got a full squad of 23. The coaches have got to play it carefully because they don't want to lose, but they've also got to make sure they give all their players a bit of a run. A lot of these players were sitting on buses yesterday, getting transported in here to Saldanha.
Masikole Banda, familiar name, gets us restarted onto the field for the Green Machine.
Back now, Green, back.
Once a representative of the EP Kings in the Pro 14 competition. Fantastic rugby player who plays in the 10 and presumably he's come on in that position for the team in green. Penalty to the Northam Rhinos.
Not rolling away, number 12.
That's been an area on the ground that the Evergreens have been able to slow the Rhinos down, and that's at the breakdown. This time they concede the penalty.
Rhinos have looked extremely dangerous with ball in hand. They may have another opportunity to run here from the line out. Options galore in the back line. The feed is off target. Unable to bring it in, Captain Willemse. Somehow the Rhinos have possession all the same through Bangani, gets it to his fly-off, Stoffels. Once again, Besaitanaut causing problems, floats it to the outside for Fredericks. Under pressure, Snell gets it free. Here's Besaitanaut again. It's been snatched away in the tackle, but illegally so.
These guys.
You've got to admire the style with which the Rhinos are attempting to play this game. They're trying to speed the tempo up. They're trying to get it wide from contact, and they're trying to use some of their ball runners. Fredericks showed some good turn of pace there on the wing, and then we've got Besaitanaut. Every time he brings himself in from that fullback position, he's a real threat with ball in hand. That's Besaitanaut there, going down to ground. Conceding the penalty there for stripping the ball.
The Green Machine snatched the line out away at the most pivotal of moments on their own 5-meter line and clear their lines resultantly. Ball in hand again, AJ Fredericks takes it back to the Evergreens.
No, back.
Fighting for the ball on the ground was Anton Smith. Unfortunately could not bring it under his control. Relume on the charge. Now comes Stoffels. Stoffels is away. Under the bar. Elaborately.
Oh, the defensive line was not set by the multi-shore Evergreens. It was staggered. It had holes in it and it was exploited by the Northern Rhinos. The combination between Dylan Snell and Jay Stoffels was always going to be a highlight. Here he gets the ball from one of the big boys. Does Stoffels, away he goes in that red headgear, in for their second try.
He's played in the SA Cup for Southwestern Districts, has Stoffels, and it shows he is a class apart.
He was one of the players, but Dylan Snell and Jade Stoffels were both brought up to Northams by Bevan Fortain to come and play and join the club and contribute.
Stoffels, no problem with another conversion. It's 14 points to the Rhinos. And all of a sudden, the Evergreens are holding on for dear life.
It's simply about tempo. That's what they are bringing at the moment, the team in blue and white. And an elaborate dive from their fly half.
The rate at which the Northam Rhinos score points, the Evergreens might have to change their approach of shooting for posts when they get penalties in range. Must call a Bande to get us restarted. Banda sends it high. Taken in by his opposite number, metaphorically speaking, of course, in Jade Stoffels, who goes long and finds touch.
That's the right play. 100% the right play.
Sorry. Go.
Line out in opposition territory.
Space, guys. Space. Space, guys. Klein beetje nog.
Curtly Cardelser for the team that hails from SWD. Cardelser himself hails from George. Feeds the line out. Another good contest. Both sides going up at line out time after time. This time it's Poirier.
Now going to tackle. In the tackle.
Scrum Evergreens.
That's always going to be a big physical attrition right between these two big packs. Little dummy go from the fly half. Leroy Poirier. Knock on it adjudged to have been made by the Northern Rhinos tackler.
Guys, come on. Let's go.
It's big Simba Nkani in jersey number 3. Up against Malcolm Joseph.
Sit. Steady now. Steady.
Dalen Morse feeds the scrum. Evergreens backing their power and making some progress. Yankees gets it clear. Hard run from Lamprecht.
Good tackle, Attilo.
Morse gets it away. Solid defense from Mitchell van der Merwe.
Use it,
Dalen
9.
Morse looking for options right and left. Not many numbers out this way. Norkia hits the switch play with Willemse. Willemse beats the first. And then the defenders converge on the left wing.
Use it, 9.
Dalen Morse has Poirier waiting. Solid defensive line of the Northam Rhinos continues to do its job. Frederick Base makes his tackle. Morse clears again. Chopped down at the knees was Curtly Cardelser. Knock on comes. Scrum Rhinos.
A really good tackle. Effective tackle, dominating the collision point. Comes in, goes nice and low. Sure, almost a grass cutter tackle. Got to be really careful. Does Mitchell van der Merwe.
Good. Go.
He's given a lot of work rate.
I manage them, yeah.
As Attilo. Given a bit of carry.
No, man.
Made tackles.
Boat. Captain. Right. Crouch. Let's get it. Get it so loud. Get it so loud. Just get it so loud, okay? Out your shoulders out. Front rows. So you're gonna live with it and then learn this. Let's go. Crouch. Point. Sit. Steady now, steady. Steady, Blue.
It's not going to be steady in there. It's a great contest at scrum time. The Rhinos dominating their time around. Willemse with the pick and go from the number 8 position. Hunting the turnover was Norkia. An advantage being played to the Rhinos. The elusive number 10 Stoffels in the thick of things.
Advantage playing the 9. Playing the 9. You're playing the 9. Playing the 9, yes. Go.
Yeah, I can't play the number 9 or the scrum off in that position. Scrum dominance
Playing the 9.
shown there by the Rhinos. A good break from number 8 by Sinead Willemse. Got a fine touch.
Just about staying in field, and the green machine will run it back at them. Masit Kolibanda. His first chance with ball in hand. No protection there for Dalen Morse, but an advantage being played to the Evergreens. The protected species of the number 9 paying off there. Yankees. And that's a big tackle on Yankees. And the Evergreens cannot retain possession. Another knock-on comes. Scrum to the Rhinos.
Sorry, touch me. I was in the way, guys. Sorry, I didn't my fast halen, okay? Didn't my fast halen. No, didn't my fast halen.
Oh, some big tackles coming in at the moment.
Captains. Captains.
There's a lot of verbal at the moment.
Come on, guys. 3 minutes door gaan praten hoor. Nou te veel meetings, okay? Nee, als ik van bykant af. Let's go, guys. Okay? Okay?
Alsjeblieft, kom ons praat gewoon. Moet je van mij weglopen. Ik is een
luister.
ik moet met jou communiceren.
Let's go.
Als mijn ouders een probleem hebben, kom naar jou toe. Dan moet je van mij informatie geven.
Yes.
Alsjeblieft.
Maar ik praat samen met jullie, okay?
Doe niet, mister.
Let's go.
Oh, the two captains. Anton Smith for Evergreens is a law student, while the captain of the Rhinos, Sinead Willemse, is an electrician. The law student walking away from the argument.
As you would, especially against these minors. I was speaking to their coaching staff. They says you've got to monitor them at training, because you've got to realise some of them before training could work a 16-hour shift. They work underground. A lot of these guys that are involved doing manual work on the mines, going 3 kilometres underground, then carrying heavy machinery. It's a training session all in itself. We're looking at number 12, Mitchell van der Merwe. He put in 2 massive hits in the build-up, or in that phase of play, really putting his body on the line for his club. It really is a special occasion for all these players to be here at the Saldanha Super 8 Easter Rugby Tournament.
Let's go, guys.
It's becoming a fixture in the calendar, and really a real positive for club rugby to get some viewing, get a spectacle, be seen. This is the heart and soul of the game here in South Africa.
Going 3 kilometres underground gives a new meaning to digging deep.
Yeah. Digging deep and going into dark places.
Crouch.
The sun sets on Saldanha Bay
Point.
on this day 1 of the Saldanha Super 8 Easter Rugby Tournament.
Steady now.
Steady.
Evergreen's still in the game, but they need to keep it that way. The Rhinos looking to dominate, but it's another big scrum from the green machine.
Oh, that is going to be absolutely huge for the team from George. Big Lubabalo giant Ntanda. He's not in picture now, but he was telling the opposition all about that. Walked across to them, 146 kgs, and said, what about that? Some of the front row, Julian Trainer, Kurtley Carlson, Malcolm Joseph. But they stick to their strategy. The points are an offer. They take the 3 points. Banda steps forward.
Abeja zone. Masikole Banda puts another 3 on the board. It's a 5-point game in Saldanha Bay.
You can't fault it. Every game is a knockout. You can't. It doesn't matter about bonus points. You just want to win that game. Win every single game. Go through. You don't want to be losing it. That's what this team is doing. They're trying to just eat away at that lead that the Northern Rhinos currently have.
Wait.
Just over 10 minutes remain in the first half.
Go.
Jade Stoffels restarts again. Great height on that. Brilliant chase from the Rhinos, putting pressure on the Evergreens, who take it in. No mean feat to lift a man that big. Penalty, Evergreens.
Yeah, it's very impressive. I mean, a guy that size, 2 meters 4, 146 kgs. Sometimes you think get him to be the lifter, and he can lift someone really high. Played in the air, that's the penalty. And I mean, big giants in Tunda. I mean, you've got to have a story about that as well. It's just incredible. Club rugby, he's played all over the country. He's been a professional athlete. He's 39 years of age. He's leaping like a salmon straight up into the air with a bit of help from his friends. But he's played all around the country. He's still giving back to the club.
A man whose love for the game has not run dry. The Evergreens have let possession slip away into Willemse. And here comes some Kafu again. He is tremendously physical, the hooker for the Northam Rhinos, but it's been stolen back by the Evergreens.
Fast one.
And that's what club rugby is going to give you. There are going to be mistakes. There are going to be times when the turnover is going to happen. When that turnover happens, electricity can occur. You can get a good run. You can have a spark. And that's what these teams are looking for. Sometimes the defensive line's not quite as structured as the professional game. There's space on the field. You want to try and exploit that.
Crouch. Point. Set. Steady. Steady, guys.
The steadiest scrum we've had all evening.
Line 9.
Fed in by Dalen Morse and freed by the same man. Butler sends one over the top. The chip is into space. It's very well measured. That is the difference between a club rugby player and a professional.
100% spotted by Bunda. Straight away, he dropped it onto that left foot. It's about playing the territory, playing in the right section of the game. The experience coming through for this man.
Let's go, guys. Let's go.
It must have been touched. Line out to the Evergreens. And the feed will come from Kurtley Cardlesa. They've lost a couple to the challenge. Send one to the back this time. Another contentious ball to the line out. Fed away by Dalen Morse under pressure. The knock-on comes from Mangenje. Shooting themselves in the foot time after time, the Evergreens. And now Dylan Snell sets it free. Outstanding clearance from the halfback.
Yeah, it's good work there by the little number 9. You don't want to be messing around at your own 22. Just kick it out. And make sure you kick it out as well. Opposition have to feed the line out. You can regroup, get your defence line set. He's not happy. Believes he probably could have won a few more meters. This man here, Kurtley Cardlesa. He's been heavily involved in the carry as well. Feeds the line out.
Cardlesa to the 2 ball this time. There is no rest at lineouts. The Rhinos are throwing a player up each and every time. And to great effect as well.
Knock on.
Oh, very good compete.
Knock
Want to
on,
get your
guys.
supporters in place. Got to make sure you get the timing right. And then it's just the delivery from the top, off the top ball. Went straight down to the feet of scrum half Dalen Morse, and not into his hands here. Goes straight down to the feet, becomes a difficult ball. It's bouncing around.
Yes. Guy. 1 meter, okay? Crouch. Point. Set.
Big chance for the Northam Rhinos to take control of this match, but this scrum is under pressure. Snell gets it away to Vandermerwe. Wonderful line from Stoffels. Stoffels cuts them open again. Stoffels racing away, trips over his own feet, gets his pass free all the same to Vandermerwe.
No more, back.
Evergreens under pressure. The clearance from the ruck goes as far as Bangani. Snell. Powerful run from Mkani.
No more.
Advantage to the Rhinos now.
Advantage.
Pulled away from the ball was Yankees, and it all ends up in a scrappy finish, but we'll go back for that penalty.
Captain. Captain. Yeah, for in the side. Yeah, for offside. It's penalty.
Oh, some class play here, pulled in one-handed by Stoffels. But at this moment here, he's got to be looking outside. He had 2 players open, tripped over his own feet. That was a try that was waiting to be scored.
Let's go.
Yeah, I feel disappointed. He got his team into the gap, got them into the space. They've still got opportunity now. 5 meters from try line with penalty.
Atilo there in support of Mkapu.
The ball's available.
The tap and go who set the rack. Snell, slow ball for the Rhinos. Snell gets it away eventually under pressure. The captain Willemse. The Evergreens have done enough. Looking to get it away. It's been charged down off the kick of Willemse. Rhinos want to try. And they may well get it.
TMO. Okay. TMO. Try, no try.
TMO is Jamil Pandai. Come through here, you can charge that down. Oh, was there a knock-on after the charge down? I think there might have been.
PJ Bezaden continues to dominate the half.
So he goes here, he reaches out, and he can charge us down. There's no problem here. It goes forward off his body, that's okay. It's now when it goes down to the ground, brushes his hands there, and that could be the problem.
Desperate to clear the lines, Ronaldo Willemse turned blind and almost tried to kick that one away.
Now, Paul, this will be a good view here. Is that coming off his fingers going forward? He then falls on the ball.
Desperately calling for the knock on the left wing of Evergreens, hoping to save his blushes.
But again, it's good commitment here from PJ Bezaden.
TMO ready to make a decision. He knocks the ball from blue.
Knock from blue, green
Yes.
scrum. Knock
Yes.
from blue, green scrum. Okay, thanks. Knock from blue.
I think it's the right call. There was that little knock on as was on the ground. Brushed his hands of PJ Bezaden. He's been a standout player in that first half.
23-year-old fullback of the Northam Rhinos, almost bringing about
Come on,
another
guys, go.
score for the
Guys,
side
let's
from
go.
the north.
Green, blue, let's go.
But it remains a 5-point game as we head to the final 3 minutes of the first half.
Crouch. Point. Set. Steady now.
Evergreens could do with another big scrum here. It's unsteady before the feed.
Guys.
We've seen a little bit of scrum dominance as this first half
Now he's right here.
has moved
Right foot,
towards
guys.
the half-time hooter coming from the Evergreens.
Crouch. Point. Set. Steady now, steady. Go.
Evergreens desperate to exit. A hand goes down. The riposte from the Northern Rhinos.
It's absolutely massive in the context of this match. Gives the Rhinos one last chance. Will they knock it into touch or will they go for another tap and go? Looks like it's going to the touchline from Stoffels.
Different strategy from the teams employed. We've seen the Evergreens go for the 3 points. There, the hand goes
The
down.
line, guys.
That's the penalty. A little push afterwards by Northern Rhinos wasn't needed,
contest.
and that's what Johnson Thunder is saying.
The Rhinos are on the charge, rolling that ball to the line. 5 points for the Northam Rhinos.
Now it looks like it's the open side flanker, JT Cronje. Scored the first try from that beautiful run from PJ Besay tonight. This time gets try number 2, courtesy of his pack. He's chatting to Kwesi Mkafu, his hooker. Go middle of the line out here to their captain. Willemse brings it down to ground, goes straight in with their headgear, rips that ball, and over they go. Delight for the Northern Rhinos.
Failed attempt at the sack and not enough numbers there to defend the rolling maul thereafter, and no contest from Evergreens. 3 errors and 1. Too many. The Northern Rhinos capitalize. Jade Stoffels. Clean strike, drifts away, no extra points for the Rhinos. It's 19 points to 9. And it looks like JT Cronje is sporting a limp.
Yeah, they'll be happy with this, Will. The Rhinos, we've seen what they can do out wide. We've seen how dangerous their runners are. Time for their pack to get a little bit of authority in the game.
Last restart of the half. It's sent long into the hands of Jade Stoffels. The clock's gone red. Thinks about the run, turns to the kick, and what a kick it is. He is running this match from that fly-off position.
Yeah, in the back line, we've seen a good work by Jade Stoffels, taking control of that number 10 jersey. We've seen the work from the fullback. We've seen the tackling ability coming from the inside centre Fundamatava.
Carlson. Another contest at the 2-ball from the Rhinos, and under tremendous pressure, Dalen Morse has to be brave, as the number 9 has been many times here in the first half on defense and attack, cleared away by Willemse. Fighting through the contact, Julian Trenacht. Morse, bouncing ball to his fly-off Poirier. And now it is Banda turning to the boot, and what a boot it is from Banda into the 22.
Oh, that is superb. Masikola Banda. What a kick. It's just disappointing. There's no line out that's going to come from it, but that was brilliant.
Well, he's made a difference since coming onto the field, has Banda. That one going into touch after the clock had gone red. Perhaps the players not hearing the hooter, and the Evergreens will have to head into the halftime break with a deficit as it is. The Northam Rhinos have looked the more dangerous side on the run, starting to rack up those points, and the Evergreens are going to have to respond to that at some point. They've taken the chance to go for posts every time they have been presented with that opportunity. Their scrum is looking good on the back of efforts from that man, Julian Trenacht, and his cohorts up front in Carlse and Joseph, supported, of course, by Anton Smit and Chanda, making a powerful tight 5. But at the halftime break, just look at that. 3 tries to none. The Northam Rhinos lead 19 points to 9 over the Evergreens. Saldanha Super 8 is underway, and it is the second match of the first day. The Northam Rhinos lead by 19 points to 9 at halftime. So here's how it's gone down in the first half thus far. Northam Rhinos have been confident on the carry. Every time they've had the chance to have ball in hand, they've looked to run, and that's going to stand them in good stead going forward in this tournament. They have some dangerous exponents in that back line of theirs. PJ Bezadenhout, chief among those, just about dragged down on the tackle, but the support play from JT Cronje good enough to get them there. Over the line for the big flanker, the first try of this second match. Bezadenhout just so dangerous, weaving through that back line, dragged down in the tackle of Ronaldo Willemse just about. And Dalen Morse, who's made some crucial tackles in the first half, unable to change his orientation there and stop JT Cronje. The desperate effort from Legan Morse, not enough to stop that try being scored. And it was only the Rhinos who scored tries in the first half. Look at that offload just before the contact from Walemu to the free-running number 10, Jade Stoffels, who has been liquid so far in the first half. Very difficult for the Green Machine to deal with. He got himself a 5-pointer, one of the 3 for the Rhinos in the first half. Did it with some pizzazz as well, didn't he, the number 10? And then the Evergreens gave away a scrum penalty, and just look at this. The sack not good enough. The numbers not getting in behind that rolling maul to stop the momentum of the Rhinos, who welcomed themselves to a third try for the half, and perhaps have taken some of the motivation away from the Evergreens for the second half, trailing by those 10 points going into it, when it so easily could have been different. 3 penalties for the Evergreens in the first half. So let's take a look at some of the numbers from the first half's action. Handling errors for the Rhinos, 7. No surprise there with how much they've run it. Evergreens need to tidy up in that regard. They are making the tackles right now. 19 missed tackles for the 37 that they've made. They're going to have to improve there.
Now standing here with Denton Goodford from the Multi-Shore Corporation. First of all, thank you for being involved in this tournament. Easter Rugby has never been the same, and great to be here in Saldanha.
Yeah, thank you, Warren. This is a privilege for us to be part of this tournament this year. We've been involved in community sport since about 2019. And yeah, this is going to go down as one of the highlights for us in being involved in community sport.
It's great for Multi-Shore Corporation to be involved, and you're sponsoring the Evergreens, who are putting in a big fight in this game.
Yeah, they're coming up against one of the big names in SA Club Rugby, but we've come on board this year with Evergreens Rugby and decided to sponsor them.
Where do you see the big value in getting involved in one of the club rugby teams?
Look, Warren, to us, community sport helps the youth develop, plays a big part in their values that they bring on board in their personal lives and all that, and we want to be part of that. And that's why we got on board with Evergreens. We've been involved in other clubs or with other clubs as well, but this year we decided to partner with Evergreens from Georgia.
Absolutely fantastic, and I just hope you enjoy the rest of this incredible tournament that we're having, the Super 8s here in Saldanha.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Just the start of things today, of course, and another 2 days of full rugby games to go, and we're looking forward to it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, second half coming up after this. It ought to be fascinating. The Northam Rhinos, one of the favorites of the tournament. Let's see how they go in the second half. Can Evergreens hold on? So we've had a fascinating first half in match number 2 here at the Saldanha Super 8 Easter Rugby Festival. 3 tries to the Northam Rhinos. They have looked the better side, but Evergreens are putting up an almighty fight. They need to find a way to cross that try line though, to keep this scoreline in the balance and keep the ball out of the Northam Rhinos' hands, that's for sure, because they have some dangerous players among their number. Jade Stoffels, perhaps chief among those, along with his fullback PJ Bezadenhout, the 10 and the 15, have been causing the greatest danger for their opposition, but the Green Machine themselves have some powerful forwards, and they have looked dominant at times at scrums, especially Trianacht and Joseph powering that scrum forward with the support of the likes of Lubabalo Mchanda, the giant, who's played professional rugby all across the country, and the captain, Anton Smith. Bros, what do they need to do in the second half to keep this match alive, the Evergreens?
No, the Evergreens have got to use that forward pack. We saw there were glimpses of times when they got dominance at scrum time, but then it also reverted back to the Rhinos. They've got to be consistent with that, got to get themselves right in setup, make sure they get prepared for the hit at scrum time so they can try and get some sort of parity and maybe dominance there. But this Rhino side is certainly not going to lie down. There's a little bit of wind at their backs. They're going to try and use it. We've seen this big guy here carrying the ball a lot. Attilo, we've seen the guy in the red headgear. That's Jade Stoffels. He is dangerous in that number 10 jersey, and he's got some great hands and he's got some good outside backs, and we've spoken about a couple of them. So they've got to inject themselves into this game. Going to be very interesting with a scoreline of what's a 10 points separating these two teams. Everything to play for both sides at the minute.
Not just glory on offer here in Saldanha Bay this weekend. Castle Lager is giving away 15,000 Rand to the player of the tournament and 50,000 Rand to the winning team. So winning this match crucial to stay in the hunt for those final positions on day 2, which is coming away on Saturday, and the finals day, which takes place on Monday. 2 more matches coming your way this evening. We're going deep into the night in Saldanha Bay to kick off the Saldanha Super 8. Ball in hand.
Right.
It is the magic man, Jade Stoffels, waiting for Mr. Berry, the referee, to confirm that we were ready to get underway. Running time here to make sure that we get all of our matches completed on time. 4 matches a day coming your way all weekend long.
Godwin Manjenji in that red headgear has also been good for this multi-shore Evergreens team.
So the Evergreens clear their lines through Banda. Not a lot of distance on that kick. An attacking lineup for the Rhinos.
Shani Willems will be happy, the captain for the Rhinos. They have line-out feed midway between the halfway line and 22.
Kwesi Mkafu, the hooker for the Rhinos, are feeding it well. Stoffels has beaten a couple again, looking for the offload.
First one.
Oh, he's got that ability just to size up who's in the defensive lineup in front of him. Just needs to clean up the latter part of his game. Clean that up, make sure that pass goes to hand. He's a very dangerous player, Jade Stoffels.
So another chance at scrum time for the Green Machine. They won't mind this, although they did give away a scrum penalty, which cost them right at the end of the first half. Cost them 5 points.
Point! Set! Steady now.
Popping up already in the front row, but still making progress. The Green Machine. The dummy is a brilliant one from Yankees. Offloading off the ground to find Mangenje, and a penalty advantage for a high tackle. The Evergreens making progress with ball in hand. They need to back themselves to score some tries, because the Rhinos will continue to run the ball, no question of that.
Captain. It's a high tackle, okay? Playing the 9 no more. Okay?
Next one, yellow. Line! What you want, line?
Playing the 9.
Close your line out. What you want?
We just had the strength of the Evergreens being shown. Superb work at scrum time there by the big tight head, Julian Chernych. Got good go forward, good position, and then their number 8, Andre Yankees, had a really good break and offload to Godwin Manjenji.
9.
Evergreens trying to pull themselves into this game.
Ambush.
They want to be the next team to
6.
score. That's Banda.
6. 6. Line is the
Masikora
model, guys.
Banda. Kirtley Carlson in the number 2 jersey. Plays his flanker, Manjenji.
Play on, force.
Play on the call, untidy, but the green machine will be on the front foot all the same. Poirier looking for the switch play. What a chance this is for Evergreens. Poirier again, not many numbers to the outside. Banda has to get stepping.
That's another high tackle.
Wait. Number 2, high tackle. Yes.
It's just that seatbelt tackle above the line of the
High
shoulders.
tackle. Was high tackle. Nou, hij is afgegaan voor gewoon toe gaan.
Referee Berry had just warned them previously.
High tackle, captain.
That is the Northern Rhinos.
Hij is afgegaan.
And Kwesi Mkafu. He's the man that has to go off for 10 minutes. Opportunity now for this multi-shore Evergreen side to try and convert this field position. This is a chap. He's mitigating circumstances. He's going down to ground. He's very low. So it's just a yellow.
5 guys, adjust. 5.
For Kwesi Mkafu.
Line-up feed comes from Kirtley Carlson. Rolling maul for the Evergreens, goes the wrong way, but they retain control. Carlson has a chance here. If he can get some go forward from those in front of him. They power towards the line, but they're short. Played away now by Morse. What a chance for the team in green. Turnover ball for the Northam Rhinos, who come charging forward, and another penalty comes their way. That will be a bitter pill to swallow for the Evergreens.
A tough pull, really, really tough for Ricardo Bjerkus, their coach. In the strike zone, unable to convert. Rhinos find the ball, get it, and now they've got their big fullback. He's going to use that trusty left boot and try bang it downtown. Doesn't find touch.
Just missing touch. Banda's underneath it. Starting to get more and more involved in the game with positive effect every time. Brought down in an effective tackle by Attilo, who's had a big match, the number 7. Both flanks have been brilliant for the Rhinos. 2 tries for JT Cronje. The hanging ball just about dealt with by the Rhinos. Every time Stoffels touches the ball, he beats a couple. The offload comes from Rala. And forward comes Ian Alexander.
No, there's the ball. No, back green. No.
Great contest at the breakdown. And the Evergreens with the counter-rack, winning back possession.
Oh, it's wild at the breakdown at the minute. Both teams competing. Couple subs coming on. Marawana coming on for Lamprecht. Also saw Francois Cummings coming on. Francois Cummings in jersey 16.
And a classic twist of club rugby. The Northam Rhinos have caught us napping with a number of jersey changes just before the match.
Crouch. Point. Sit. Steady now.
It's been a fruitful area for them. The Evergreens. Look at that from the green machine. They give away the penalty this time.
Nothing on the coming in there. No, you can't do that. It's coming up.
I tell you, Bevan Fontaine's going to be so happy. He's not happy they've got a yellow card, but they've got the yellow card, and the moment they're playing it the right way. No points have been scored by the Evergreens. They've now got territory in the right place. They're playing in the right position on the field. They've got the ball. They're just playing it right with a man down, a numerical disadvantage. But they've got ball, they've got possession, they've got territory. Have the Northern Rhinos.
The contested line-out time has been ferocious from both sides. Hacked forward and well taken in under pressure by Apelele Bangani. And now the Northam Rhinos have some chance to run the ball. PJ Bezaden-Hout takes it to the line again. The offload perfectly timed to AJ Fredericks. Back to Bezaden-Hout.
No,
Rolling and fighting for the ball on the ground. Advantage being played to the Rhinos here. Oh boy.
Wait. Send it, go, Just behind the ground.
15 on 14 becomes 14 on 14.
He was clearly on his knees when he played that ball. Got to be on your feet. Got to be supporting your own body weight. And unfortunately, he's going to sit on the sideline for 10 minutes for his indiscretion.
Sesona Makala off the field for Evergreens.
Guys, open up. Open up, guys.
JT Cronier
There you go. Open up.
getting ready to feed the line out.
Let's go.
Loose forwards, they're expected to do it all these days,
Oh,
bro.
talented bunch we are.
Oh, that one works out well. Attilo takes it in. Here comes danger from the Rhinos. Referee Berry, pardon me, looking for confirmation. We're going upstairs.
Bierkus, the coach for the defending side, he'll also be looking anxiously at this at the minute. A lovely take in the line out by Attilo. Thrown in by number 6 flanker, JT Cronier.
Let's try now, try.
Got to get a visual of this. There we go.
TMO radio's af.
It looks like it's over the line.
There you go. Try.
So a referee having to communicate through the radio system of his assistant referee, Janke Mans.
Hold it on. Just hold on.
Looking for contact there with the ball in the ground. From that visual, you've got to think that contact was made.
It's a try.
We're just making sure that the communication system is fully functional between the referee and TMO right now.
TMO. Is
Je
it try?
mee wordt de try.
Try stand, guy.
It's a simple message.
Yeah, it
simple
doesn't
game.
matter, the right call's been given through. And both times the TMO's come in, it's been the right decision.
That line-out defense from the Rowling Mall. Much love to you, brother.
Oh, he's loving it, absolutely loving it. Either that or he's sending a message to someone back home in Northam.
Line-out defense from the Rowling Mall close to the line has not been exemplary from the Evergreens.
Big forward coach Benny Stander looking on. He's got to be happy with that.
Jade Stoffels. Put his hand up for man of the match potentially. Stoffels converts the try. 26 points to 9. The Evergreens have to start scoring at a rapid rate now.
They've got a good mix of ability. As this Rhinos team, they can punch you through the guts. They've got some strength in their forwards. And then we've also seen their ability out wide. You mentioned that name, Stoffels. We've mentioned the name Besaitenhout, Rararala.
Sorry. So he's out of play, so we can continue, right? Okay.
But that
Yes.
time they had to look no further than the loose forwards, bros.
Yeah.
Banda sends it high. Good height on the restart. Evergreens not able to get underneath it. Another good carry from JT Cronje. Snell. Stoffels, second receiver. Wonderful offload, giving the chance for Bezuidenhout to accelerate. Stoffels there in support. Oh yeah, Stoffels with the offload. A fancy one to Bangani. Snell. Slipping through the fingers of Mkani.
Tackle! Tackle now!
And the man they call Simba able to get back and secure. Snell sends a flat one over the top. The bouncing ball has a couple of chasers. Enough time for the Evergreens to deal with this. Banda is in charge. It comes sliding off the side of the boot, and the Rhinos have an attacking line out.
Are you just sensing the confidence is starting to build in this Northern Rhinos team? Passes are starting to stick.
Hello, God.
The kicks are going in the right direction. Evergreens, unfortunately, unable to really advance that ball too far downtown. Still advantage here for the Northern Rhinos.
Back onto the field, the yellow card. Kwesi Mkafu feeds the line out. They've got their full complement of 15. That's the run of a man named Big Z.
No more, no more, no more. No more blue.
Cannot control the ball on the back of that charging run from their massive number 4. And Evergreens gain possession. Oh, and that's been knocked on by Bangani as he tried to collect a wobbly old kick over the top.
A real pity there for this Evergreen side. Keelan Erasmus. Nearly for Erasmus. Just passed that ball forward from the ground.
It's right for me.
They're getting advantage here with an initial knock-on from the Rhinos. Evergreen's got to make it count.
Crouch!
4 minutes remain on the yellow card for Evergreens.
Point!
Matala will be eager to get back into the action.
Sit! Steady now, steady. Steady. Guys. Guys. Must take the hit, ne? Okay. Sort it out now, guys. Sort it out.
Lots of chat out there at the moment. We're hearing the refs, we're hearing the players. You mentioned Matala. He's sitting with the yellow card. He should be supporting his big tight head. On that right-hand side, he's not there, he's absent. Work for Trina.
The Rhinos putting massive pressure on that scrum. Once again, it falls to Andre Yankees to carry forward from the base of the scrum with confidence.
There's the ball's available.
Well protected in the... Oh, man.
Tackle!
An aggressive tackle from Atilo.
Use it now.
There's been an angry presence in the number 7 jersey for the Northam Rhinos today, making a big impact, and the Evergreens starting to make some consecutive mistakes in the second half.
You just feel they're trying to force it. They're trying to do the miracle pass. Johnson Tanda would have probably been better best just to take his 140 odd kgs, get it through the tackle zone, go to ground, recycle. And if not, it required a soft, almost gut pass into the hands of Keelan Erasmus. That's some Kafu back on.
Guys.
And hooker for the Rhinos.
Crouch. Point. Sit.
All sorts of changes for the Rhinos. Let's see if those inject some energy into the side already in the lead. Cleared away by their captain, Willem to Snell. Stoffels on the charge. Wonderful momentum in the back line here for the Rhinos. Desperate tackle, just bringing down Bangani. But that's the 22-meter line of the Evergreens. They are in danger now. Snell gets it away. That is ferocious running. Looked like Welemu. Snell pops it again for his captain, Willemse. Upended. Snell gets it away quickly. He is rapid to the base of the ruck. Here comes Bezuidenhout. Bezuidenhout for the corner! Flying in the number 15.
Oh, this is club rugby at its absolute best. The big smile from Beside
Try
tonight.
yes or no?
The high five. What about the dive? Send him to the Olympics. PJ Bezuidenhout. He's got the moustache going. He's got the airtime and he was in the corner. Although we might just be having a look here quickly. Captain Anton Smit in jersey number 4 for the Evergreens. This is the dive. Ah, beautiful. It's a thing of beauty. He can touch the corner flag.
Go.
That's not a problem. In the air, what a shot. What a camera shot that was from our cameraman.
Try in the corner for the Northam Rhinos for PJ Bezuidenhout. What a match he's had so far, and continues it with a 5-pointer to his name.
He's been one of the standout performers for this Northam Rhinos team. The build-up to that try, exquisite. We had forwards, we had backs like this man here being involved. Straight running. An example of what can happen at club rugby.
Duhan van der Merwe, eat your heart out. Tough one this for Jade Stoffels. Good connection, great kick, flags are raised. The Northam Rhinos are showing their form of this season and the last.
Well, it's why they are unbeaten this year thus far. The hands there, the end, the hands from Jade Stoffels, the dive from Bezuidenhout. That's why you need to get down to your local club on a Saturday and go and watch some sparkling rugby. Beautiful stuff.
Banda gets the game back underway. The scoreline running away from the green machine with each passing minute, especially so here in the second half, where the Northam Rhinos have been utterly dominant. Snell increasing the pace almost in the second half. Wonderful conditioning from these Rhinos players. Bezuidenhout gets it away to Bangani, who's been willing, but has yet to find a gap large enough to cut through thus far in the match. Giant and trying to rip that ball free. Good tackle fight from Big Z Willem. Snell grubbers one through. Not much cover there for the Evergreens, but the chase line not strong enough from the Northam Rhinos to put pressure on the situation. Banda under pressure himself though.
Green, move! Move back!
Doesn't find touch. Here's Snell playing it to the midfield. Options galore. Bezuidenhout, you know he loves to run. The offload is wonderful to Stoffels. He gets it away to the winger Bangani. The Rhinos can't make it pay.
Number 5, never retreat. Never inside.
All players in front of the kick have to retreat. They don't do so.
Number 5, never back.
For the Evergreens.
Offside. Never back.
The Rhinos trying to use their counter-attack. It's a real weapon for them.
Front of the kicker.
Momentum with the Northern Rhinos at the moment.
Back.
He almost throws himself at the tackle, does Stoffels, to get the offload. There's the eventual knock-on.
Almost could have run it in himself, Bangani. So another successful line out for the Northern Rhinos, taken in by Sinead Willemse, captain of his side. They set the rolling ball, which has been so effective today. The green machine stopping it for the time being, breaking away from Kafu. Looking irresistible here in the second half, the Rhinos. The error comes, penalty to the Evergreens.
5.
Yeah, a couple of players just sealing off there.
Number 5.
For the Rhinos.
Not much distance on that clearing kick, and the Evergreens will have a line out on their own 22-meter line.
Yeah, just had so little of the possession in the second half of the Evergreens. Need to spend some time on the ball, ask a few questions.
Francois Cummings, the 23-year-old from George, feeds the line out. It just about works out for the Evergreens.
It's the ball, guys. Back, blue. No.
Makes it
Use
so
it,
tough
9.
to play a
Oh,
structured
blue.
game when you can't trust your line-out ball. Look at that defensive line from the Rhinos. At first receiver
Use
having
it,
to
9.
step and run away from 2 on-rushing
Lion.
tacklers and then fight for the ball at ruck time. Banda to get it clear. Good connection on this one. Finding a safe touch. Taken back in.
Taken back into the 22.
Right.
Wow, the mistakes at the moment, unfortunately, are being made.
Okay, yes. Taken back, yes. Hy was buite.
By the side that hails from George,
Right.
Bakalstorp.
Guys, open up. Green, open up. Green. Maak oop, groen.
Jalen
Open
James
up,
in the
Green.
background making his way
Maak oop.
onto the field shortly. The line out for now, fed in by Kwesi Mkafu, the highly experienced number 2. They set another rolling maul,
Leave the legs.
dragging in those
Leave the legs,
Evergreens
huh?
defenders, committing them to put their shoulders into this one to stop the momentum. Look at the construction of that from the Rhinos. It is tightly knit, and they are charging for the line. Surely the Evergreens infringing to get on the side of that one. Snell. Dummies, the snipe, no good. Francois Cummings was waiting for that one. Knock on comes. Scrum to the green machine.
That's good pillar defense in the end from the Evergreens. I don't know why you thought that the Rhinos were going to go and score from that drive. The drive was flying forward.
Okay.
It's
Time up, guys.
Mzoizana. A few running repairs at the moment. Opportunity for the teams just to have a bit of a chat.
Okay, hit them. And play on. Aanspeel. Okay.
2 more matches to come, ending on Monday. This is going to be hard on the body for each and every one of these
Okay, guys,
teams.
knock on.
That's their captain,
Lion.
Anton Smit. Born and raised in George, represented Southwestern Districts in the Currie Cup First Division.
Everyone in.
Yeah, schooled at Otanikwa High School.
Crouch.
Which produced Warwick Gelant.
Point.
Man in the book.
Yep, rare talent.
Get your bind. Okay, get your bind, guys. Get your bind first. Okay. Okay. Guys, your legs. Okay.
Need a big
Crouch.
scrum here. To the Evergreens. Julian Chernick at tight head.
Shit. Steady now.
Much better scrum that time from Evergreens. Clean ball for Andra Yankees to pick up at the back of the scrum and feed his backline. Bazaidenho taking this one on the fly, keen to run. He sends it to the new man onto the field, Jalen James. James juggles, can't hold on. Scrum, Evergreens will feed again.
I tell you,
Guys,
Paul,
sub, guys.
I'm liking the way
Sub, green,
PJ
sub.
Bazaidenho injects himself into the game. Comes in with a lot of skill. There was a very good, accurate pass that he
Green, sub.
delivered out wide to James. Just bringing it into contact here, loses the ball.
Go on, guys. Break it up.
But there was opportunity yet again for this Rhinos team.
Let's go, guys. Everyone in. 13 seconds. 13. Crouch. Point. Sit. Steady now. Steady.
Couple of scrum changes for the Evergreens.
Steady.
Let's see how they hold up here with the
Steady,
fresh
guys.
legs.
Steady.
Well, not so well. Heel against the head for the Rhinos. Stoffels has it. He sends it to James in the midfield. Oh, he's beaten two. Oh, yeah! Jalen James with a step in the handoff. And then the knock-on comes at the end, unfortunately.
Oh, the 24-year-old, 82 kgs. Steps inside, shows his strength.
Come on, guys.
It's going to be scrum feed again, Evergreens, but we saw the tight head.
Come on.
That was accrued by the Rhinos. Can they repeat that?
Crouch. Point. Sit steady.
Big scrum again from the Rhinos, just about holding on for dear life. That's a wonderful handoff there from Stefans, fresh onto the field, who played for the Eagles of Northwest University in the Varsity Cup, played away by replacement halfback Rudy Michaels. And the Evergreens not just playing for pride, but remember, even if you don't win on the first day here, you go into the plate and bowl draws on day 2. So you're playing to get yourself into form for this Easter weekend festival of rugby.
Outside.
And what a festival it has proven to be since 2018. Spinning out of the contact, Selvin King.
That goal out of loose.
Slow progress for Evergreens, playing just outside their own 22-meter line. Penalty to the team in green.
Playing the 9 again, guys. Can't play the 9. You're part of the ruck.
Self-explanatory from the ref. Evergreens have just got to piggyback these penalties, work their way downfield. They've been unable to trouble the scoreboard in the second half. They turned at halftime 19 points to 9 down. Did the Evergreens. It's been a dominant performance thus far by the Rhinos in the second half. Developed some confidence. Got some momentum. It needs to be broken. Evergreens need to try and work their way back into this game.
Okay. Happy with a gap. Okay.
Francois Cummings feeds the line out, taken in by Mangenje, the Zim international. He's been excellent at line out time, under tremendous pressure. Sasona Makala spent some time in the sin bin. On the run there. Cleared away, playing a blind, running out of numbers though. And they play it to their young wing, Keelan Erasmus. 22-year-old, fights his way back in field, suspended in midair, feeds it to his teammates. Rudy Michaels with the dive ball.
Good hands there by Poirier. Referee's assistant comes in.
Number 2.
Kwesi Mkafu called for playing the ball on the ground. Banda wasting no time.
Getting a couple penalties at the moment, the Evergreens.
Right, guys.
Banda coming into their first receiver position
Right.
on numerous opportunities.
Francois Cummings. Can they find some peace at line-out time?
Mocking.
Unfortunately, for Cummings, he just feigned to throw that ball, and you can't do that. So it's a big free kick.
My step.
Taken quickly by Mkafu. Mkafu.
What a run from Mkafu. Tireless hooker for the Northam Rhinos. And that's a big, strong run from Lilo Mkhwebi. Zaydenhout offloading this time.
Tackle it is now!
Strong tackles coming through from the Evergreens on Jalen James. Stoffels gets it away. Flat ball to a man who gets flattened by the giant.
Giant Mtanda.
Wow. And now it's put the fear of God in the Rhinos. It's been snatched away there and offloaded to Keelan Erasmus. Good scramble from the Rhinos to turn and fetch the ball carrier. Slow ball here for the Evergreens. They really needed to take advantage there. Numbers galore out to the left. Can they take advantage? Spread wide by Poirier. The Rhinos solid in the midfield. Quick recycle needed here. Here comes Rudy Michaels. Poirier gets it away again. A bit sluggish in the back line. Giant Mchanda sends it wide. Looking to bounce and go. Ronaldo Willemse. There'll be no such luck, and they've turned it over.
Fast knock on.
A lot to work on for the Evergreens over the next 2 days of play on Saturday and Monday.
Now trying to get that ball wide. And Ronaldo Willemse unfortunately unable
Yes, I'm happy.
to get through the two players. But what a hit from Lubabalo, Giant Mtanda.
Now come from green first, guys, and then from blue. 7.
Must be like running into a barn door.
Crouch. Point. Set. Steady.
Snell feeds the scrum.
Played away, and the Rhinos will start from deep through James. Here's Stoffels. Stoffels hard to handle, can't keep his feet that time. He is greasy, the number 10. Play on is the call, over the ball. Sesona Makala, he's made his presence felt since returning to the field. Nkululeko Marwana.
He's at 9.
Attended the KZN Craven Week alongside Jesse Creel many years ago. Rhinos looking for the turnover. Penalty to the green machine. Tap and go comes from Rudy Michaels. Michaels looking for the bounce. The fearless halfback sets the ruck. Not much protection there for the Evergreens. The counter ruck good, but the Evergreens retain possession. Manganje. He's been tireless today, the number 6.
Oh, here's the ball.
Michaels plays it to the blind. Powerful run from Captain Smirt.
Beautiful offload.
And the Giant carries them forward. He's lost it on the ground. No knock on though. Well tidied up by Willemse. In the end, the error comes. And once again, they've cost themselves.
A real pity there for Evergreens. We saw some constructive play from them. Two big lock forwards heavily involved.
So, a couple of players down now. Not surprising after the pace of the game, the physicality that's been shown by both of these sides. And their opening fixture of 3 coming their way and your way. Today, Saturday and Monday in the Transnet Saldanha Stadium in the Saldanha Super 8 Series, the 6th edition of the Saldanha Super 8 Easter Rugby Tournament. Back-to-back champions, not returning this year, Safcol. So impressive over the last 2 competitions.
Oh, they were very impressive, especially last year. A pity they're not back here to defend this tournament. It really is a superb tournament over the Easter weekend, held here in Saldanha. Absolutely beautiful part of the world. Of course, we've got Langerman just down the road. You've got Hopefield with all the flowers when the flowers come out. And you've got club rugby that's happening in beautiful conditions here
My time is out now.
in the town of Saldanha.
4 minutes.
Very importantly, bros, you have a day between each game, which gives the likes of you and me the chance to enjoy the surroundings.
To go and have a look.
Plenty of players getting treatment right now. It has become scrappy in the second half, but the Northam Rhinos have been clinical. One of the favourites to go far in this tournament, bros. What have you thought of them here in their first outing?
Yeah, I think they are very, very good. I mean, it's their first hit out. Obviously, they've all had a travel yesterday, but all the teams have had a travel. They've got a good blend between their forwards. We've seen their tries scored from drive, from line out that we've seen from them. We've also seen what they can do out wide. We've mentioned their fly-off. We've mentioned their fullback ad nauseum. They've got a lot of ability and a lot of skill. Once their confidence starts to build and the passes start to stick, they can become really, really dangerous. Although we have seen at times, and this man in particular that's now getting strapped up, having the opportunity or being able to go and compete and disrupt them at the breakdown. There is that opportunity, and that's something that the teams that play against them would be looking at trying to exploit.
The Evergreens will be looking for better form going forward, and they've shown plenty of promise. However, the Rhinos have looked to outclass them with ball in hand. Sinead Willemse, the captain of the Rhinos, getting treatment. He played for the Boland Cavaliers between 2013 and 2018. The Northam Rhinos having been able to attract a lot of the talent from the Boland and the Cape region to enhance their team, which saw them to victory in the Castle Lager SA Super League Championships up north last year. The side from Limpopo have been powered by one of their own here from Saldanha, Lilo Mbweni, who's come off the bench. He's wearing the 5 jersey. He formerly played for Saldanha.
And I just think we can hear the ref talking at the moment. It's an amazing window into club rugby, into the heart and soul of South African rugby. We've got players that are on the field. We've got mining assistants. We've got construction assistants. We've got a truck driver. We've got a machine operator. You know, we've got financial assistants, teachers out there playing. We had the game played earlier. One or two of the players couldn't come because they couldn't get off work. This is what it's like at club rugby. This is the heart and soul of the game in this country. And we are getting a window to view it and see it on the Channel of Champions.
Crouch. Point. Set. Steady now, steady blue.
You might notice the Evergreens are
no number 8.
missing a man from that scrum, and it shows. It really shows. The Rhinos have been dominant at scrum time in the second half, but they've been dominant all over the field in the second half. 90 seconds remain in this one. 2 more matches coming your way tonight. Don't you go anywhere. Next match will be kicking off around 7:30. Blanco United versus Kreisfontein, and then at about 9:10 or so, depending on how long the opening ceremony takes, we're going to see Saldanha taking on the Worcester Villagers. That's going to be one to watch. Taking their time now, the Northam Rhinos. They know they have a lot of rugby ahead of them this weekend.
You've got to manage your time. You've got to stretch this squad over the 3 games.
Mukafu feeds over the top to his captain, and Willemse gets it away. The knock-on comes. Can the Evergreens capitalize here and get 1 try in this match? Nobody at the back for the Northam Rhinos right now, but Bezuidenhout is making his way there now. Poirier plays it away. It's been mishandled, and Chanda slaps it back for Banda. Where it goes there to Boyson. Boyson had very few opportunities today. 105 kilogram center. Outside of 106 kilogram fly off there. Poirier offloading. Big strong tackle on Selvin King from Slada. It's untidy from the Evergreens, not committing those defenders, not presenting themselves with opportunities to poke holes in the Northern Rhinos defense. As a result, Banda having to scramble to get back in position to defend at fullback. But the knock-on comes.
Time, guys.
Time called on match number 2 of the Saldanha Super 8 Easter Rugby Tournament by our referee, Marcelin Berry, who's had plenty of running to do. The Evergreens